2022, for the most part, was a pretty disappointing year for film. Now, there were definitely some good films to come out of last year, but the bad far outweighed the good. For every Batman, there was a Thor Love and Thunder, Black Adam, Morbius, and She-Hulk. But granted, there were some movies that I really enjoyed. Bullet Train was a surprise favorite of mine, and Top Gun Maverick revived the summer blockbuster and showed how to properly do a sequel. But now 2023 has arrived, and with the new year brings new movies. This is probably the first year in my recent memory where I wasn't super excited for all the releases this year. And it's not because of the movie lineup we have. There are a ton of properties that I would usually be really excited for, but because of Hollywood's handling of legacy films and franchises that I've really enjoyed over these past few years, I can't be too excited. I'm not hopeful for this year. Treatment of legacy characters, and this treatment has led me to go into every single movie with low expectations, which sucks. I don't want to do that, but for my own sake, I kind of have to go into films like that. And seeing trailers for films like Indiana Jones 5 definitely don't help the situation. Like so many other films, I want this movie to be good, but the seeming introduction of time travel and all the leaks and really just what the trailer looked like, this seems like another bad attempt to ruin and replace a legacy character with another character that's not only way less interesting, but way less likable. We've seen it before, especially at Lucasfilm. We're probably going to see it again here in Indiana Jones. Again, I hope it's not the case, but that's what it's looking like. And 2023 looks like the year of the sequel. Just to prove my point, let me read what's coming out this year. All 3 Marvel films coming out this year are sequels, and 3 of DC's movies this year are as well. We're also getting Fast 10, John Wick 4, Creed 3, Dune 2, another Transformers movie, another Indiana Jones, another Mission Impossible, etc. Like, do I even need to say more? Even The Meg is getting a sequel. Let's just put that in perspective. Say what you want about these films. I'm excited for a lot of them too, but I miss seeing new ideas in the theater. I want to see more projects that are original, that dare to do something different. And in 2023, there are a couple films that may do this. Films like Oppenheimer, I hope I'm saying that right, 65, and Elemental all look like they can bring new things to the table. And I'm even going to add Red Moon by Zack Snyder, which I hope comes out this year. And even though these movies technically aren't new ideas or new stories, Super Mario and Barbie both look good. They look different and refreshing. The voice cast for Mario looks amazing, and we all saw the Barbie trailer. It looks really good. So 2023 is Marvel's year to make a comeback. And they definitely have the chance with films like Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Marvel has a really good chance to make up for a poor and underwhelming Phase 4. But films and shows like The Marvels, Ironheart, and even Agatha make me hesitant to get my hopes up. With Marvel right now, it's hit or miss. It's either pretty good or it's pretty bad. This isn't technically Marvel, but I'm also not optimistic for Sony's Kraven the Hunter movie. Just after Morbius and really the Venom films, Venom 1 was alright. Let There Be Carnage wasn't anything special. I just don't have a good feeling about this one, especially if the plot synopsis that I heard is correct. I'm not super against the casting for Kraven. I think Aaron Taylor Johnson is a really good actor. And again, this film could be really good, but I just don't think so. But at least for Sony, I have no doubts about Across the Spider-Verse. That looks absolutely incredible, and I look really forward to seeing that. 2023 also isn't looking too good of a year for DC. The new changes of leadership at DC Studios with James Gunn and Peter Safran taking over really gives me hopes for the future of the studio. However, the films releasing this year are not made under their supervision or leadership, which makes me think these aren't going to be implemented in the future of DC. So it's kind of like, in terms of story, why release this? Aquaman 2, Shazam 2, the Flash movie and Blue Beetle all seem like pointless films, really just released to get a little bit of a return, a little bit of money back before going in a completely other direction. Which again, I'm not opposed to that new direction. It just feels kind of weird to release these films. There's still no way they release The Flash, right? Like, there's no way. You know what another year means? More remakes. Whoopee! Oh, when will they learn? Disney is back at it again with a live-action Little Mermaid. And Wonka, I'm going to count here. These are two films I don't feel need to be made at all. But yet, here they are. And they'll probably do great at the box office and lead to more remakes in the future. I want less remakes. And I feel like we're getting there. We're getting towards the end of the remake era, and it's not as bad as it used to be. I'm gonna be really honest here. I want 2023 to be a great year for films. I hope it is. I hope I'm wrong, and I truly do hope that I'm wrong about a majority of these films I've talked about, and that this ends up being an incredible year for movies. I also hope that there's some surprise announcements that I haven't talked about that end up being really good. But I wouldn't count on that. Would I really hope that even if we don't get amazing films this year, that this is the last year we see Hollywood continue this format in its releases, that it becomes less reliant on its sequels, it becomes more idea-based and creativity-based and less focuses on franchises. I do like franchises. I mean, majority of my channel talks about Marvel and Star Wars. I love both of those properties. Majority like most of what's released from them. I have no problem with franchises. It's just that's all we're getting now. And it's nice every once in a while to have a movie that's not a franchise. Like Bullet Train, please don't make a second one. You were good by itself, and I really enjoyed that. Until Hollywood changes, the products it produces won't. Hollywood goes where the money goes, and right now, that is where the sequels and the remakes are. Just these last couple of years with movies has been really disappointing, especially with as we continue to advance in technology, and like we have access to more and more techniques and equipment, and we can pretty much tell any story we want to, with no real limits on what we can do with the camera, and yet these are the results we're getting. We live in probably the best time for movies and films to be made, and we're getting some of the worst stories. I'm hopeful for the future of cinema, but I'm not very hopeful for this year. I truly do hope I'm wrong, and I'm actually really excited to go see Ant-Man. New trailer drops tonight, which I'm really excited for. But that's about it for me. Let me know down in the comment section below, what movies are you excited for? Barbie, Oppenheimer, Super Mario, and Guardians of the Galaxy 3 are probably my top 4. I have a good feeling about those films. We'll see about the rest. Across the Spider-Verse is going to be good too. Anyway, guys, I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, peace out, bro skillets.